Good morning. It's currently 10 a.m. and it's a Saturday, and I wanted to give an update on how things have been going. So they've been going pretty okay. I've completed one article fully. I submitted another draft of another, and I'm gonna try and make my final changes and reach out to one more person for an interview. And then I want to finish my last article today as well. Throughout the week, I wrote one song. I uploaded my video, of course. I've been writing in my diary a bit more now. And I also did a bit of shopping. I only bought two things. I bought a new coat and a new bag because I don't have any bags for going outside because I've only ever had school bags because I've only ever been in school and I never really went out that much. I did have tote bags, and I still enjoy my tote bags. It's just they don't have the most support and they can make your arm feel a bit weighed down. But now I do have more of a handbag that I'm actually able to fit my phone and my Vaseline and my purse in. So those are my updates. I think I've been pretty productive. Definitely a lot less procrastination. And today I'm feeling quite good. I completely cleared the two rooms that I use. So my bedroom's completely, well, not completely, but my bedroom's pretty different. And then the room with the desk is pretty different now. I have no clothes in my bedroom anymore because I'm trying to learn to be someone who puts things away. So I feel like if I have to put my clothes in a different room, then I'm forced to kind of make that journey and actually put them away so that my room doesn't get out of control and messy like it usually does. And I feel like I can think now that everything's been put away. I'll probably do a little tour or something, and I think I'll time lapse my working sessions, and then I'm gonna do my 12-week year thing because October has already started. But I think I've already been working towards the goals that I would have had if I did my 12-week year thing on time like I was meant to. But I'm gonna do that today as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna get changed, go on my walk, take a shower, stretch, and then get started with my day. This is the new coat. Let me see. I don't know if I can show my full outfit. I don't know how people do that. I'm doing one of those walking videos. Anyway, yeah. Ready to go for my walk. Just a plain tea and toast. Hi again. I am back and I didn't check if my headphones are connected. Okay. Hi again. I am back and I am going to start doing my work there. This is the room now that it's been cleaned and stuff. See, my bird's still up there. So I'm gonna start doing my work for about 2 hours because at 2 o'clock I want to watch the F1 qualifying in Singapore. I don't even know what I'm expecting. I haven't watched any of the practices or any of the interviews, so I'm just gonna go in blind. So in this next 2 hours, I want to finish my article on Jill Banfield, who is the mother of metagenomics, to put it in short terms. So I think I'll do a time lapse for those 2 hours and just get on started in my makeshift office. I also wanted to show the new bag. This is it. So when I go out and stuff, I can just be carrying it around. It's big enough to carry everything, but not so big that it weighs everything down. Let's see if I can. I like it. And this is my sweater that I got from Vinted for £7, but it's originally Brandy Melville. And it's 100% cotton. See? That's the OOTD. I've got my setup and my chamomile tea, and my laptop time still is wrong a lot of the time, so I'm gonna use my iPad to tell the time. on the article, and I've reached the point where my brain feels kind of fried, so I'm gonna walk away for a bit now. Just take a break, maybe just walk around the house, do something, and get ready to watch the Singapore qualifying and then come back and finish it. It is taking longer than I thought, so I don't know if I'll be able to completely work on the other things that I wanted to do today, but I have done a lot of good work. I think I'll do like show a bit of what I've been writing, or explain a bit of what I've been writing. I don't even know if I'm allowed to show it, but I'm going to. So this is my document. I'm writing a magazine article called Looking at the World We Can't See, and it's a profile on Jill Banfield, who is a microbiology metagenomic researcher. She has a lab in Berkeley. She's a professor, and basically she samples bacteria or just microorganisms from their natural habitats, and she's one of the first to sequence them as wholes rather than doing the typical science, isolate a culture and then replicate it and study like that. And through her work, they've discovered a lot of new things. One of the main new things is the Borgs. I won't explain too much about it. It's deep science stuff. And I don't have a background in microbiology, which is why it's kind of difficult. But I've moved all the way down to her work on CRISPR. Some of you might know CRISPR is the gene editing technique. I think that there's the infamous case of the Chinese twins, Lulu and Nana, who were gene edited with CRISPR, I think, to get rid of HIV. And then that doctor went to jail because it's illegal to edit embryos, viable embryos at least. I don't know what the consensus is now on editing non-viable embryos. I don't know. We're not allowed to gene edit people. Oh, sorry. Those are her interview answers. I mean, she didn't have time for an actual interview, but she gave me some written answers, some written responses. Yeah. And I'm talking about how she got in contact with Jennifer Doudna, who's the one who won the Nobel Prize for developing the CRISPR technique, and they're working together again on more human microbiome editing. Let me read it. What is she doing? They want a gene editing technique that targets specific genes and the bad microbes, because a lot of the specific things like antibiotics, they kill the good and the bad bacteria. So they want something more specific, more precise. And that's why it's called precision microbiome editing. And she also did some work on trying to treat premature babies that suffer from a GI disease, where the tissue in the intestine becomes inflamed and damaged, sometimes leading to tissue death. So just helping premature babies have more chances of making it alive. I also have some comments from the person who was supervising me on some more things that I can add. And then lastly, I'm gonna talk about her work with Basecamp Research, which is where I did the internship and who I'm writing this for. And then I'll send an email to the person who was supervising me for Monday and being like, I'm done. But yeah, I've got quite a bit done. Right now, the article is at how many words? 1,940. That's not that bad. That's shorter than my essays still. It feels longer, and it feels like it's taken way longer, but yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. And since I'm in the sharing mood, I've been listening to my autumn playlists. I won't play it because I don't want to get copyrighted, but yeah, I've got them all stacked up on the side too.
Liam Lawson's garage, so I can see the car, I can see the mechanics readying the car, and I'm seeing some nodding faces. So, as the great Murray Walker would say, miracle of miracles, David Cross, because it was looking really dodgy. I mean, it was looking like
So update on my progress. I finished qualifying. It was very fun to watch. I watched it with my grandma. Now I'm gonna make some oats, and that's gonna be my lunch, and I'm gonna bring my laptop downstairs to work on and finish the article, because I've been trying to break a really bad habit of mine that I figured out that I have that could be ADHD related, but I haven't got a proper diagnosis for that yet, but I'm like, if the shoe fits. I just use ADHD tactics to help me get things done, and following that same line of getting things done, I have a really bad crippling habit of finishing things until they're like 75% done and then just giving up on them. And my goal for this month at least is to completely break that habit. I mean, I can't remember how long it takes to break a habit, and I know it's going to be difficult, but I feel like now that I'm more conscious of the fact that I do this, I'll be able to catch myself when it's happening and push myself that little bit further to finesse the details of larger projects that I have to do. So I'm going to finish the last 3 sections of the article and then leave it until tonight, and then I'll just do my other hobbies. I think I'm going to practice the guitar. I want to learn some chord progressions for songwriting. My goal by the end of this month is to have released 1 song, and the scale of that is, or the quality of that is kind of different, either like just playing the guitar and singing it, or actively, using my microphone, my laptop, mixing, mastering, everything. I'll see where I get. If my chord progressions are kind of slow, then I'll probably go the whole electronic route. But if it's going well, then by the end of this month, I should have a YouTube video of an original song. Yeah, so off to making notes. I finished the draft. I want to clap, but I'm holding my phone. I'm very proud of myself. I got upstairs and I got my head down and I did the work, no matter how much I wanted to sleep, no matter how much I wanted to watch the Vampire Diaries instead. I did my work, and now I can rest. I can watch Netflix in peace. I'll probably go back into it around maybe 10 p.m. and reread everything and just do a mega editing, and then maybe tomorrow night I'll accept all the changes. I also have some emails I need to schedule to send. My whole life since interning has just been emails. My whole life is emails. Anyway, and yeah, I am feeling quite drained. It took a lot of thinking, trying to fit in quotes and trying to break down microbiology without a background in microbiology, and this is some high-level microbiology. Anyway, but I am interested in playing my guitar a bit more. I've noticed that I really love and enjoy music, but the time that I should be spending maybe creating and learning about it, I spend just listening to it and daydreaming about being the person who created the song when I could just be the person who creates the song. So that's my next habit. I guess 2 habits that I want to break: escapism and not finishing things, or not tying up loose ends, rather. Those are my 2 habits to try and work against this month. So yeah, I'm gonna take a break and I'll film again when I'm doing something else interesting. Maybe I'll film myself practicing. So it's just before 8 p.m. and I've taken a shower and brushed my teeth and I'm in my pajamas again. And I didn't get to practice my guitar like I wanted to because I had to go for dinner and then wash up and everything. But I thought I would film the end of today's vlog now and also talk about what I'm going to be doing. So an update for my channel. I think I'm going to try and upload weekly vlogs. I think filming and constantly editing isn't something I've been able to keep up with, and since I'm new to it and I'm not used to it, it's also a lot harder for me. But I think filming a few days and beefing up the content of the videos and how much I get done makes more sense to me, because then I get a better view of the days where I'm more productive, the days where I'm less productive, rather than I feel like the vlogs that I have right now are quite choppy. And so right now what I want to do is finish my Notion plan for the 12-week year. And then maybe, since it's actually quite early, it's not 8 p.m. yet, I'll go into doing some of the music composing that I wanted to do. I'm practicing my guitar and singing and stuff, and just have a calm end of the day. So I have a YouTube video. I'll switch the camera now. I have this YouTube video, and then on my Notion I don't even know if I'll be able to find it now, but I should have. Here it is. Okay, it's on the week view tab. So here is the setup that I had. We are in week 1 of October already, so I might actually switch this to Monday, the something of October, whatever day is on Monday, 8th. And then I'll fill out all my mini goals and stuff, and that should actually take me perfectly or semi-perfectly to the end of the year, which I'm kind of happy about. So yeah, I think that's the end of my day, and then I'll do the music stuff. But thank you so much to everybody who's been watching and commenting. I guess I don't need to end the vlog now because I'm going to continue filming until maybe around Wednesday, then edit this all together for a Thursday or Friday upload. But yeah, for my 12-week year, I want to put in about making videos and writing blog posts. I watched a video about sort of not necessarily law of detachment, because I'm not really into spirituality like that, but sort of not attaching myself to things that I can't control. I can't control how many people watch my video, how many people like or subscribe. I can't control when success will come to me, but what I can control is just making the videos and putting myself out there and letting myself know that I tried. So I just try my best to make goals that are centered on things that are in my control. And right now what's in my control is making videos and writing posts, not the success of those videos or posts. So yeah, that's what I'm focusing on, and that's what's going to be in my 12-week year goal setting. So for today, I think good night. Actually, I forgot to say that I think I'm gonna end my video with this. I actually met these guys at Silverstone when I was volunteering randomly. They just walked out of a hospitality lounge where I was manning the queue to get onto the buses to leave the circuit on the Sunday. Then I saw the first one and I was just like looking at him strangely because I was like, I think I recognize you. Then he walked out and I was like, OMG, it's Matt and Tommy. So I just shouted, are you Matt and Tommy? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I love your videos. Then they were like, thanks. Then they joined the queue. It was awkward, it was funny, but I really do enjoy their videos because I don't have any F1 fan friends. So this is what I do to get second and third opinions of what I watch in the day. So yeah, that's actually how I'm gonna end my day. Okay, good night. So here's how my 12-week year is looking. I've ended up having 4 goals because I just remembered that I had my harvest course and it expires on the 6th of December, and that will be on whichever week this is. I think that's week 9. And yeah, Monday is not the 8th of October, it's the 6th. I opened my calendar and I was so shocked. So now I know that I can't count. But yeah, here are my 4 goals: 10 videos, 10 blog posts, finish my internships, finish my Harvard course. I ran out of storage, so I'm gonna be quicker. Anyway, so these aren't really big or ambitious goals, but that's because I know myself and I don't want to push myself so far until I burn out, then do nothing for like the rest of 2026. But I do think achieving these small milestones will be the motivation that I need to keep pushing when it comes to January 1st to be building the life that I would like to be living. Because I have looked at different jobs and applied to different jobs, but I think for the vision that I have for myself, doing things independently is what works. And I know that I'm not really a proper YouTuber and like planning out videos and putting them together and, you know, doing it all professional, like, which is why for my YouTube I've decided to keep it simple with just documenting my journey, because I think that's what works for me more. And I've actually been enjoying editing these things together and seeing what I've done in a day. And then these blog posts, these first 10 on Substack, are me truly working towards the future that I would like to have as a writer. And I know that Substack probably won't sustain me for life, but I feel like it's a jumping off point for who I would like to be. And my internships, I'm just tired of them. They need to be done. And the Harvard course, like I said, I'm learning to finish the things that I start. So I want to finish this course. So I went to this girl's video and I just looked at her strategies and everything. And it's been pretty helpful in helping me to finish off my 12-week year. So now I think I will take my break and watch my video. And then probably get ready to go to sleep. So thanks for watching. Good morning. I'm inside a new room and I've just woken up. It's 10 a.m. and I'm going to be dropping my dad off somewhere. But today is a strange day. In the morning, I think I'm just going to send off the 2 works that I finished to my supervisor to go through them just to make sure that everything is okay. And then at 12, I'm going to help clean up a house. So it won't be a very productive day in terms of my articles, but it should be nice to switch things up and get outside of the house. I'm also thinking about my 12-week year thing because that starts today. But I can't really, I didn't really put specific strategies for each day because to achieve my things, I just need to do the same things every day, kind of. But we'll see. I'll go check and I'll see after today and reflect on what can be changed and stuff like that. So I'm back. It's around 11 p.m. We cleaned the house, and then when I came back home, I did a bit of work on my Substack, like I said I would, sort of the brainstorming, but I think I've written half of a first draft. This is what I want my post to be about, the return to physical media, like I said in my first video. And I'm writing a story, like sort of from my point of view, starting with celebrities in magazines, my British Vogue, and then remembering picking out a magazine in a store, but now everything's online through social media. And it's the same with CDs, DVDs, even books, and how we don't really own anything anymore. So that's what I did today. And I did also in the morning send all of my emails and drafts and things like that. So I did get all of my things on my checklist for today done. I think I'm gonna end the day listening to some music with my Vogue and doing some journaling. So overall, I have a good review of the day and I'm really happy with everything that I got done. But sometimes I do get scared about if my dreams will come true, but that's not something I can think about. I just have to post and just create because I love to create, not because it will pay off, although I hope that it does. So that's it for tonight. I think you can see my reflection in my crazy hair. Good night. Hi. So I didn't record this morning because I wasn't awake in the morning. I woke up around 10:30 and then I got ready to go out to the shops and I picked up the October issue of Vogue. I already filmed a bit of it, so I'll probably edit that in. But the cover star this time is Ray, and it actually came with a free Vogue notebook and the pages inside are plain. So I think I'm gonna use it for some scrapbooking to put in things from magazines that inspire me and also just my own drawings and stuff. I wanna learn fashion art because one day I'd like to be able to sew. So there's that. And I also found the New Yorker. So I know now that the New Yorker comes out weekly, doesn't it? Yeah. So I know each week I can go and pick up a New Yorker if I have the money for it, of course. And I've already started it and I really love the writing style. I'm literally just going to read it like a book, page by page. So I read some of the letters to the magazine. I think they're writing in from last week's or one from a while ago, and they're actually talking about neurology and headaches and medical care and why it's so important to have good medical care. And then I read about the New York Film Festival, and also a new restaurant that's opened up in New York. One of my biggest dreams is to visit New York, so that's great. And then I read this really amazing comment piece called The Talk of the Town, and it's written by, let's see where, David Remnick. And I think they write his intro at the start. Let me see. Okay, no, they didn't write his intro at the start. But yeah, it's a really good piece about when there was a racial hate attack in Charleston, and then how the families of those who lost people responded. And then it goes into the assassination of Charlie Kirk and how his wife did the whole, like, we forgive him, blah, blah, blah. And then Trump comes in and he's like, actually, I don't forgive my opponents, blah, blah, blah. Very anti-biblical, anti-church response. And it kind of compares to Obama, who sang the Amazing Grace hymn for the Charleston victims, and kind of just into how polarizing of a figure Donald Trump is. And it's so crazy because I love New York, and then Donald Trump is a New Yorker, and I can tell how he would come from, I don't know. Donald Trump is an interesting figure. Terrible figure, but interesting nonetheless. I think he was meant to be a celebrity, not a president. Anyway, so this is my first ever New Yorker, and it's literally written like a book, like just text everywhere. And I think it's my dream to be able to write like somebody who writes in the New Yorker. This is me trying to show everything, but let me just, no, I'll have to film it a different way. But yeah, so today's a bit of a slow day. I'm gonna turn the camera around now to my laptop. So I've started the day in the middle of the day. It's around 3 p.m. now. So on my to-do list is wash my hair and then work on the next part of my Substack article. Filming for YouTube is just something I do anyway. And then I want to read through my magazines. I'm taking it easy today because I can tell my energy levels and my comfort levels are just very, very low. So I don't want to overexert myself. And then for tomorrow, I will work on my articles. I haven't received any responses for all the emails that I sent yesterday. So there's not much I can do on that front, but I'm just going to focus on what I can control. And I've also rebranded my Instagram, and I'm going to start working more on my Instagram presence, on my personal one and on my blogging one. Probably more on my blogging one because that's more important. And I want to do like curating fashion runways and looks and putting up my writing and my pieces and my thoughts, and also just like celebrating art, because I would like to go to, there are two things I'm interested in. There are two Vogue courses that I'm interested in. Let me see if I can find. There's this Vogue Masters in Fashion Media, which I'm interested in. But there's also the Vogue School, which does a journalism course where there's no entry requirements, you just pay £900. So I'm interested in both of these because I think working in fashion and art is my main interest. It's been my interest since I was a child. My childhood dream was to be a fashion magazine editor, but my parents said no. But now, like, I'm coming back to it now that I finished all of my education and I have the opportunity to chase my dreams. I'm trying to build up sort of a portfolio, a digital portfolio. I want to make a website and just a digital presence that represents fashion and art to get my foot in the door already, so that I'm not going in dry. Because I don't know. I think my dream is to be a columnist in a magazine. Maybe not even Vogue, but I just want to start somewhere. Condé Nast has a lot of the main publications that I'd want to work in, but the best way to become a writer is to just start writing. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And maybe I'll film at the end to reflect on everything that I've done. I also have my Canva mood board of my dream life. There's my London and New York townhouses. Those are my clothes. And here is my hair. And this is my branding. Yeah. So, lots to do. Hi guys, good morning again. Not really morning, good afternoon again. Today is the last day of filming before I upload everything to my computer and edit the video together. So I'm pretty excited to get started. I didn't end yesterday's video, but whilst I didn't get to work on my Substack piece, I did read a lot more of my magazines, and I really enjoyed them, the Vogue and the New Yorker. The this morning, I'm probably gonna get myself a hot chocolate, my breakfast, and then finish reading a story in the New Yorker that I'd started. It's a really cool magazine. I didn't realize it was all writing. Like, it's just writing. But that's exactly what I want, because I really love to improve my writing skills. So I'll probably start off like that, and I'm going to prioritize getting my next internship more in a complete state. So I'll bring my laptop over and charge it and start working on that. So that is my plan for today. I've been really productive these past few days. I'm happy about that. There has been doom scrolling, but it's been okay, and I'm happy about the work that I've done. I'm feeling hopeful about my dreams coming true. Okay, bye. Hi everyone. I thought I should just record again because this week has been hectic. I had been so productive, and then I basically slept for 2 days straight. Today being one of those days, Thursday, and like I was meant to edit and upload my video, which I'm still gonna do because the night is still young. It's about to be 11 p.m. and usually I do this at 1 a.m. so clearly I have improved. But I just found out that on the weekend I'm going to Wales, and we leave 3 a.m. on Saturday, which means I need to get my Substack thing done now, because tomorrow I'm going to be packing and putting other things in order. And even though I slept for 2 days straight, somehow in the midst of all the sleeping, I managed to get like things done. So I did a lot of my work on my internships, and I emailed people and they've emailed back, and I'm setting up meetings for either tomorrow or next week. And then I applied for another job, and I also reapplied to have a postal vote. So somehow in the random times and the days where I've been conscious, I've gotten things done. So I'm a mixture of like, OMG, I've just spent like 10-12 hours every day sleeping through the day, but also like, oh, I got stuff done in like 2-3 hours I was awake. Yeah, I don't know. I have a headache right now, but I've just had some hot chocolate. I still feel nauseous. I have my water. I've lost the ibuprofen, but I'm gonna get it done. I've also been reading the New Yorker and my Vogues. I don't know how I've been doing it all. I haven't practiced my guitar, but yeah. So I'm gonna edit this video, and this will be the end of the video. So I will see you next week, and we might have some Wales content. Yes, so good night. I actually also wanted to say that I think a big reason of how I've just continued working is because usually when I want to give up, like when I feel like giving up, because this is the most consistently I've ever done anything in my life that wasn't like pushed onto me. Whenever I think about giving up, I realize that I actually have absolutely nothing else to fall back on. I'm not going back to school. I don't have a job. This is my only hope. So I just have to keep filming. I have to keep posting. I have to keep creating, because there's literally no other choice. Like, I'm in a situation where this actually has to work. Otherwise, I'm going to be like jobless for a whole year, which, no, it's not fine. It's actually not fine. The system is broken. But yeah, good night for real. I just wanted to add that bit on.